936p, 60 frames. You can count them. They're all there. The audio, I'll take credit for that. Yeah. And it's cool. Sounds like a bad sitcom. It actually does. Friends. What would it be called? A redneck? A California kid? All right. Down to the match we go. All the shenanigans must be on pause for a moment. So this is, I believe it's Beatrice Berner and Pascal Nautier? Nautier? I don't know. That's why I don't say names. I'll leave it to Adam, who is not here right now, playing against Hannah Smith and Todd Loffredo. Todd and Hannah just put the beat down on Bjorn Hoffman and Yvette Moore, the match right before this. It's a best out of 5. I don't believe it's overtime in the 5th. Designated mixed. I'll say again, if you're new to foosball, if you don't watch a lot of foosball, designated mixed is, well, the mixed is probably self-explanatory. It is a man and a woman playing together against another man and a woman. So that's where the mixed doubles comes into play. And then designated means that the woman is designated as the forward. So she will be playing in the forward position the entire match regardless, no matter what. A switch is not allowed. And so therefore the man is going to be playing in goal the whole time. If you watch the last match, you saw the importance of clearing. And Todd did defend reasonably well. But the thing that he did better than anybody, holy, what a push side. I've not seen her play before.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with her game. That was a nice, square, fast push side. And what a pass. I think she should have caught it. She got it tapped back to her and was able to keep it on her 3-bar. But holy moly, that push side. And it's still there. Todd's leaving it, and she just goes middle. Yeah, I think Todd's going to have his hands full after the last match where I think he defended mostly without a whole lot of effort for all 3 games. And I can tell you here, I need to find out if anybody in the chat knows much about her game, Beatrice's game. I am here for the update. I've not seen her play before, and after 2 shots, I'm already excited to see how this match is going to go. From Todd, you're going to see Banks out of the back. From this setup, he's going to try to drill this long. He'll go right to the big dot right there and try to hit that far corner. And Pascal is clearly going to be able to get there quickly, so Todd will have to put some stank on it to get there in time. And, of course, Hannah, great 3-bar. She's able to pass well on the 5. And we got ourselves a match here. I know it's only ball 5 of the first game, but this is already looking a bit more difficult than the last match. So she's gone push side, she's gone middle, now she's gone pull. So even though she got blocked there, she's showing you, yep, I'm going wherever I feel like going. And Todd stubs that one, and it just finds its way up the table. Did you call that a goal or a break? Yeah. Cool. I would have too. I've just seen, that's one of those where it's subjective. Yeah, he put it up the middle of the table, and it never left its trajectory towards the goal, even though it did hit a couple men on the way there. But that's a goal for sure for Todd. So Beatrice is 2 for 3 here. She's gone push and middle successfully, and now push again successfully. That's a good push side rollover.
Yep.
Yeah, Chase, that's what I've heard Todd call it. I think it's hopefully obvious why I'm not going to repeat it. And by the way, Todd's getting scored on 3 for 4 right now. Yeah, it is pretty wild watching her, how she grips the 3-bar. Hannah does this too, not quite as far. She'll get it like halfway up her forearm there. By the way, Brandon Munoz also Brandon Munoz also has the handle up his forearm quite a bit.
Yep.
Might be a height thing. It's probably the same height as Hannah. Might not be. Nice grab there on the 5. I should have went down and asked them how to pronounce her names. That is one of my pet peeves is hearing people on the mic not know how to say someone's name. Again, Todd here is just, he's looking to pass. Cindy Head is not here. She won't be here. I talked to her in Oklahoma, actually, a couple weekends ago when I was there for Oklahoma State, and she is not making the trip to Vegas. Hannah really trying to force that. I think she has a smoother takeoff than that. I think if she just sets it up.
Players, when you walk up to that table, definitely know what your ranking is. It's the higher player on your.
That ball's pretty far back there. I mean, she'll be able to reel it in, but that's pretty far back there. And this is what you do. This is a pro play. It's 3-3. You have it on your 3-bar. Hannah, I would assume, is some level of frustrated. And so she just calls a timeout, steps away, and talks with, I don't know, one of the greatest, and in most people's view, the greatest foosball players to ever touch a table. I mean, if you can ask Todd what to do or what you see or for some advice, why the hell wouldn't you? So kudos to Hannah for leaning on her teammate and calling a timeout. And she's good enough to do what needs to be done. There's no doubt about that. And sometimes you just need to clear the old noggin. And even just her body language coming back to the table, it looks like a different player. Nice grab there. Still quick shooting it. And Nader just has her number. Again, 3 blocks in a row.
Anyone left who would just like to play pickup games or practice, go back in the row of the 50s, 50 through 60. Those tables are open. You can practice, play pickup games.
That long hole, I mean, Nader's getting over there quickly.
Everything up through.
And good for him because there's another timeout. That zone, Berner is not in a place to block the shot that Todd's trying to hit. And maybe that's the zone that they drew up. But that Todd can hit that, and he just hadn't pulled it off yet. So taking a peek at the number, Hannah's dominating on the 5-bar, and we can leave these stats up for the rest of this game at least. Beatrice is shooting 3 for 4. She's hit 2 push sides, 1 middle, and got blocked on the pull side. I wouldn't be surprised to see her go pull side again here. But she's hit some nice shots there. She has a very nice push side. That is a snappy shot. That's a square. It's out there. It's fast. And good for her. She's shooting 4 for 8 or 4 for 5, 80% against the godfather of foosball for a lot of people. Hannah Steady struggling. She's 2 for 12. You will never win a match shooting 2 for 12. It just won't happen. It's just not happening. And I fully believe that Hannah can adjust here and find the problem, solve the problem, find a solution. And that 17% will come up as the game goes along. Another nice pickup here by Berner. She's gone push 3 times middle and got blocked on the pull side. And if push is working for you, go pull side. Put the sting nasty on him. That's a nice shot, dude. 5 for 6 shooting against Todd Loffredo. And you go 3 for 3 push side. You go 1 for 1 middle. And you go 1 for 2 pull side. This is when it feels good to be on table 1, because no matter what happens from here on out, that's burned into history. What a game, dude. What a performance. Nice job. If her goalie finds a way to clear the ball, this is not going to be a close match. And fortunately for him, he's blocking the hell out of Hannah. She's 2 for 12, 17%. And again, that number will come up. I'm taking all bets. If you think that number's going to stay in the teens, give me your PayPal. I'll give you mine. We can just make a bet on it. 6 for 8 passing. That's really good for Hannah. It's good for anybody. 75% passing is usually going to win. She has to find a way to get in the back of the goal. Todd clearing 6 for 8. That's good. Nader clearing 2 for 7. Not good. That is my in-depth analysis. I'm on the edge of my seat. This is not often that I watch a lot of foosball. I'm a fanboy of the game, and I watch a ton of foosball, all ranks, all divisions, all everything. And so for a player to come along that I haven't, we're blinking here, by the way. We're blinking. Huh? Okay. We'll finish this match and then mess with it. For me to not recognize a player is extremely rare. And so I'm excited. I'm getting to watch somebody I've never seen play before. And Beatrice Berner, that is. And I've never seen her play, and she's killing it right now. So we'll see how Hannah deals with it. She's been passing well already. She's got that through and dropped it. But I'm not concerned at all for Hannah's 5-bar. And frankly, I'll say it again. I think she's going to find a way to figure it out on the 3-bar. Switching is not an option in designated mix. So it's on her 100%. It's the only event where you'll find that to be true. And I think if she could find a way to sit on it for a few seconds and just look at the defense, which is what she's doing there, and then she just rips it to the pull side.
Yep.
Good pick, good shot. Good pass there. I'm curious what she's done. She's successful everywhere except the one pull side on her 3rd shot. Goes. I actually flinched. The ball came right at the camera, dude. So now she's 1 for 2 middle, 1 for 2 pull, and 3 for 3 push. And again, look at this zone. Todd just whiffs on it. If he gets past right out there to the big dot, to that far corner, it's there. He's squaring it off there. But still clearing well. Nice grab there. Kind of frustrated. You see her hands there like, ugh. It is frustrating. Man, I'll find some more compliments, some different ways to say this later. In the moment, I have nothing other to say than wow. It's fun watching someone I've never seen before and have their way with Todd Loffredo. And that's not about Todd. It's just about good foosball. Can we get the game 2 stats up? We'll just keep it on game 2 for the rest of this game. And again, if you're Nader here, you know, you're blocking well. You're not clearing well, but that's a clear. And you need to try to build on that. So you're blocking well. You're going to get tons of possessions and just get the ball out of there. Nice pick up by Hannah. A little 2-bar action here. I'm sorry, 5-bar cam action. Didn't last long. Nice shot by Todd. I'm just not reading that. Yeah. That is a steep brush pass. Holy moly, she could have caught that with the middle guy if she didn't move her rod. Now the danger in this is if Todd sees that push side enough, I do think he will solve that puzzle, solve the riddle. And they're up here 3-1. They really have no business being up 4-1 now. Yet they are. It still kind of feels like domination on the left side of the table. And that's why the numbers are good, because you can look over there and see, well, Beatrice is now 1 for 3 in this second game, and Hannah's 2 for 4. And that's a big difference. I know it's only 1 possession, 1 shot, 1 score difference, but that's a difference. In a game to 5, 1 goal is a big deal. Listen for Hannah here if she scores this. Wow. What a pass. I wasn't even looking there. I'm still looking at that gaping slice to the far hole. Man, she was 2 for 12 in the first game, now 2 for 6 in the second game, 4 for 18. That's a tough time. That's what, 22%? I think 4 for 18 is 22%. Nice shot by Nader there, finding that short hole. Doesn't feel like Todd is really going to worry too much about that. Maybe wouldn't even give him credit for doing it on purpose. Plus, you're up 4-2 in a game. Why sweat 1 goal?
David and Antonio, you're on recall. David and Antonio, you're on recall. Table number 11.
Look close up to this 3-bar shot. Sprayed it far of the goal there. That's the one, and that's there. If they don't adjust for that, and I think Nader's telling his partner there, Beatrice, you cover the middle, and that's a good conversation to have right now, because you can see from this overhead view. You pull the stats off there real quick, Dan. From this overhead view, if her man is in the middle there, that spray is covered. It'd be nice to have something to draw on the screen next time. There's a thing called, it's not EpiPen, it's an allergy thing. Something for Windows, it's a pen that you can, Epic Pen, maybe. And it might jive with OBS, and I could draw. I could draw right here. Should have a whiteboard up here to be writing stuff on. But you can see from this overhead view that where Todd is shooting, which is from the big box, it's where he's starting, and he's pulling it over to that first dot, which is right on that small box, and he's spraying it to the far goal. So if you just take from the near side dot on the 3-bar to the far side of the goal, it goes right across the middle of the table.
Thank you, Dan.
So on that zone, Beatrice needs to just park her 5-bar right in the middle. One game apiece. This is a best of 5.
Yep. Yeah.
And it looks like Hannah's. Can we get the game stats up? The whole match? I want to say she's 5 for 19, maybe? Something like that. For the match. Yeah, 5 for 19. So the 17 that I guaranteed would come up has crawled its way back up to 26%. And that number will continue to climb. So you see the zone right here. If you look at that 5 bar, she has it parked in the middle now. That far hole is no longer an option because Todd has to get all the way around it. She jumped on that one, and that's a dangerous play. But when Todd scored that last goal to win game 2, if her 5 bar was there, he just bricks right into it. Hannah now 6 for 20. And if you remember, she started 2 for 12, so she's now 4 for 8 since then. And 50% shooting that's winning foosball. Let's plug in for OBS that allows for drawing. Yeah, I thought there was. I thought I had it on mine. I just never used it, so I deleted it. Anybody have the URL for the brackets? Type this in bit.ly/MF brackets. I can also just put it here in the chat. I forgot I had this open. bit.ly/MF stat. No, MF brackets. Right there. And that should get you. Yeah, replays are a piece of cake. So that 5 bar right there in the middle just totally took away Todd's option there. Is that what I thought it was? Did Todd just knock it in his own goal?
That screwed me all up. I thought you had it.
I had 2, then I did it.
Antonio Schaefer.
Wow.
Antonio Schaefer going once, twice. This is a single line event. Sorry guys, that's a perfect.
Yeah, feel free to clip that. Just the great one scoring it on himself. So Hannah figured out how to score. She's hit quite a few here, and that was pretty damn close to dead bar. I don't think it was totally dead bar, but it was close enough. Anytime you hear that rattle, that's out there. It's going off the post a little bit. It's good times. Unless you're the goalie, then it's terrible. So she's more than doubled her shooting percentage since that game 1. Catastrophe. I wonder how she would describe that. Nice pull side there. Look to hear from Hannah. She blasts this one home. I said that earlier. She got blocked. Blocked her again. If you only look at the percentage, 33% is not typically going to win you the match. But when you take into consideration how rough the first game was, these next 2 games have been really nice for Hannah. And her passing, I mean, 62%. That's Tony numbers. That's Tony against regular players' numbers. That is just incredible.
Ready? Yep.
Beatrice doing the one-handed defense here. When somebody's passing 60+% on you, you try literally anything. Tries pull side again. So that 5 for 6 in game 1 has turned into 3 for 9 since. And a player of Todd's caliber, that 5 bar is cheating, by the way. It's not cheating, I mean a reference to where she's defending, not actually cheating. A player like Todd's going to figure out your shot. And he's going to expose your weakness. He's going to find your strength and take it away.
Yes.
And that's what Todd's done with Beatrice. Meanwhile, Hannah's figured out her 3 bar. She's gone 7 for 13 since that first game, so she's better than 50% in game 2 and 3. And let's check out game 3 there, Dan. Because I bet she was pretty close. Yeah, 5 for 7. That's just outrageous. 4 for 5 passing, 5 for 7 shooting. What a turnaround by Hannah. Way to figure that out. And that's the kind of thing that you expect the good players to do. And if you have them against the wall, then you got to put them away before they can figure it out. And now this is a whole different match than it was earlier.
And you can see it.
Adam should be back shortly. Got a new first-time chatter. She's doing everything else perfectly. Her 5-man D is spot on. She picks up every loose ball. Her shot will come around. Are you talking about Hannah? Her shot has come around. That first game was a struggle, and game 2 and 3, not so much. She's doing great. Killing it. And her 5 bar has been steady the whole time. You get the whole match. Man, it's so nice. I'm glad you're doing that. I like doing it, but now I like this more. Yeah. Hell yeah. The ambulance. We got the great one up here too, the boss. David Kala's up here with us now. And that'll be Adam's seat shortly. Dan's over there doing stats on the stream deck, which looks like yellow and black buttons to normal people and not so much to the rest of us, i.e. you and me. Do you know about that? Do you know how that works? Or is it just me and Dan? It's nice to be a genius. I'll claim my genius status on that. That is such a steep rush up. Hannah does the hands again. Does the swat after the fact. It's so funny. That's frustrating when someone hits a pass like that on you. She has that rod, like in the, what's it called? The crook of your elbow right there. Hey, hard as I can, Dan. With the Prime sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free sub to any channel you want. I'm not saying use it here, but if you want to stop seeing ads, that's one way to get rid of them. And that is, I want to say 24 subs today. Something like that. I'll show you here in a minute. Most of those being Prime. 27, 28, 28. And I think 26 of those are Prime. Maybe. I don't know. My numbers might be off on that. Thank you for using your Prime sub here. Anybody else who's using if you got Amazon Prime and you are tired of the commercials, then use your Prime sub here. If you don't mind commercials from Twitch, then definitely don't use your Prime here. I'm not asking for your Prime if you don't need the Prime here. Maybe you have another channel where you'd rather use it. There's plenty of channels out there. Ooh, nice square. He got around the near side on the 3 bar. He got underneath the second guy on the 5 bar. Squares could be right. Clip that if you want to see a nice shot from the 2 bar. And that is not a big hole. That was a good zone, and he just found the hole and just threaded the needle, dude. Wow. Hey, first time chat from Sean. I'm saying Sean. All lowercase letter. Looks like there could be a New York in there. I see Foos. I see Sean. I see Sean first. Welcome in. Glad to have you.
Ready? Yep.
That was a lane pass that went under the first guy on the 5 bar. By under, I mean it went inside of it, not literally underneath it. Nader's steadily struggling to clear. He gets this one through to Beatrice's 5 bar. No, he's not struggling. He's brought it all the way up to 61%. He struggled in those first couple games, and he found a way to clear it. Beatrice, meanwhile, is struggling on the 5 bar. Hannah is not. That's going to put her around 67, 65%. 17 for 26. She's had approximately 3 million shots this match. Took her a while to find her shot, but once she did, she's been lights out since. And that 30% number on her shooting is a little bit misleading because of that 9 for 29, 2 for 12 is game 1. Game 2 struggled a little bit more. Game 3, she was up to 71%. And then now in game 4, she's 0 for 4, but she'll find her way. Thanks, Dan.
She was losing there.
Yep.
Yep.
Who's this talking? My name is Clay. And soon I'll be joined by Adam Gilson. My name's Clay Toomey. I am from Texas. Adam Gilson is from California. Who cares? It's not a real state. The long one out west. California. And we're here in Vegas watching some foosball. Another nice poolside. I really like her 3-bar, man. She is just, I mean, and we're deep. We're game 4, and she's 11 for 20 against a hell of a defending goalie. That was a slick pass. That's a really nice. If she can get something going on the 5-bar, get more shots. I mean, she's getting outscored 2-3 right now by Hannah. Doing a lot better with a lot less. I think that's the difference here. She needs to get more shots. That's 6. She's 0 for her last 6, at least, maybe 7, but for sure 6. That's another one worth having, by the way. The last X amount of shots, or how many missed shots since a successful one. How to use your Amazon Prime here? I will admit ignorance and say I don't know, but I bet you hard as I can Dan can. Are you on mobile, or are you on PC, or are you on a tablet? There should be a place there on Twitch to hit where it says subscribe. And nice shot there by Hannah. And if you find the subscribe button, don't pay for it. Find the little box that says Amazon Prime and just check it. And if you struggle there, then let me know. We'll find a way to get that for you. And again, use that if you just don't want to see the ads. Don't use that. I don't want to make it sound like a sales pitch from us, because we want you to use your Prime exactly where you want to use it. And if you decide that you want to use it here, then awesome. No more ads for you this weekend, or for the rest of the month. Yeah, he's found a way to clear it from the back. 67, now 68% is excellent. That's a nice shot on goal there by Todd. This is a good push shot. He's sending it up the table with a lot of snap. Yeah, Hannah just had her man just a little too far forward. That's another nice pass from Nader. Just doesn't get caught. You got to catch that if you're the forward. Yeah, and that's a clear. He sent it forward off the opposing 5-bar, and it went into the hands of his partner on her 5-bar. So that is definitely a clear, and that is winning foosball for sure. Dude, you rock. Just instruction will be useful. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I think if you just find the subscribe button on the device that you're watching on and just check the Amazon Prime, and that should do it. Should get it done. Get her done. Beatrice setting it up again on her 3-bar. She's been shooting really well. She's getting a little bit of struggle here in this 4th game. But she has a really nice 3-bar. I really like her push shot. It's snappy and square. Push side. Another good pass. It's a pass attempt that doesn't get caught on the 3-bar. It's still a clear. Todd trying to score on himself again. This spot right here on the table, that needs to be cleaned after this match. It's been there since yesterday. It's silicone. See that? Right here. Right under, it's on Todd's goalie area, right under his far goalie rod man right there. Right outside the big box. Somebody came over and put a gallon of silicone on the rods yesterday. They weren't even playing in a match. They spilled some on the table. That's 8, I think. 8 in a row that Hannah has shot and failed. So she's back into the rut there. And you give Nader the credit to the extent that he's putting a confusing defense on there, on the table for her to figure out. But on that shot in particular, Hannah just overshoots it and hits the wall. And you don't have to defend the wall. So, you know, Nader, He gets credit for the defense. He doesn't get credit for the wall. That's just poor execution. And Hannah's better than that. That's a good shot by Nader. By the way, I say this expecting that Hannah will hear that because I think she watches her matches, studies them, learns from them, gets better. That's how you win world championships. And I say this knowing that she'll probably hear that. And also, I won't be in the room when she does, so that's safer for me. But I don't think she would disagree with that. I think the execution is on her. I mean, you have to hit the shot the way that you want to hit it. And if you get blocked, so be it. But you can't be hitting the wall. Look at the on-go difference between the two rods. 7 to 12, yeah.
3 out of 5. The highest ranked player on a team doesn't
It's a good time out here. Just step away. Let's see the match stats here. The whole match. Or no, we can look at game 4. We can look at game 4. Yeah, 1 for 8 shooting is not going to get it done. And by the looks of it, this is going to a game 5 all day. 9 for 10 clearing on Todd's side of the table. 14 for 16. That's a combined 23 for 26 with 8 shots on goal by these two goalies. Holy hell. That is a ridiculously high percentage for clearing on both sides of the table in that third game. That's the fourth game? Yeah, fourth game. This was a good idea to add the game count up here. Man, you're killing it, Dan. Killing it, Dan. Well done. So it's 1 timeout this game, yeah?
Yep.
Shooting to send it to a 5th and final game. Look for this push side. If Todd leaves it, she'll spank it. It's there. She's hitting it. She's not missing that. It is fast. You're not racing it. You can say whatever you want. Todd is not racing that rollover to the push side. So if he's not there when she goes, it's a goal. And so he wasn't there when she went. It was a goal. And here we are looking at game 5. The other day, thanks for bringing Spraydom in for a chat. I couldn't believe the haircut, but apparently Europe is treating him well. Yeah, I saw that haircut in November in Colorado, and I was like, dude, check that out. My man's is all cleaned up. It looks good. And, yeah, that was a lot of fun. If you weren't here for it was right after we went live. We were only live for 10 minutes, and he just walked by and hopped up here. And, you know, Tony's a friend of the stream, friend of Modern Foos. He's one of the homies, one of the MF homies. And he was happy to come up here. And we just sat and chat, and we watched his goalie this weekend, Bjorn Hoffman. We watched a match of him playing forward shootout, and that was cool. And it's cool to kick it with Tony. So if you didn't see that, go to yesterday's stream and go to the beginning of the stream. It's about literally 5 or 10 minutes in. And we just kind of hung out for a good 15, 20 minutes or so. Yeah, he was walking by checking out the banners and came up and chilled out with us for a little bit. That's a rare misexecution from Beatrice Berner. She has a really nice push shot. We can get a close of it here. She hit the wall that time. Push side rollover, I should say. And she's not going to hit the wall often. That's what you're seeing most of the time when she has the ball. That is a brutal push side rollover. And you don't need to qualify it. You don't need to say for this or because of that is a snappy ass push side rollover shot. Wonderful. By the way, this goalie play by Pascal Nader, I believe is how you say this. I need to find out before. We're going to see him on table 1 again, I guarantee you. With the ball coming into his zone, and he just puts the 2-bar up like that to make sure that it doesn't have some errant bounce. Wow, she got that on goal. Hannah did. This is some expert goalie play. He was in the reverse defense, showing that dead bar hole, bobbing off of it. Hannah goes for it, scores it. And again, with the close-up here. That push side, if he leaves it long enough, she's going to hit it. And we're deep into the match here. She's had 27 shots, and I know it clear as day. I question where Todd's thinking is on that. And I don't know if that's just stubborn, or I don't know if it's just if she's outsmarting him or what the deal is. But I'm thinking this in my brain. If I'm sitting here and I know that, why doesn't he know that? Hell if I know. I can guarantee you I'll ask him. And it's 3-1 in Game 5. This is not win by 2. So if they score 2 more goals on the left, this is over with. And with no disrespect to the team on the left, they've absolutely played well. If they win this, that's an upset. To beat Hannah and Todd would definitely be an upset. And if that happens, it's because they earned it. They've had incredible play, clearing the ball like that. She picks up this shot. And again, if the push side is there, I don't think Todd will leave it. But if he does, he took it away that time. Ball comes right back to her. So it's good defense. And she has a new clock. She's using her time to set it up. And again, she's hitting that push side if it's there. She can also go pull. She can also go middle. But that push side is her money. She looked for the middle there and got blocked. Good defense by Todd. I would agree. This is the brink of a huge upset, and it's 1 ball at a time. You can't win this game in 1 ball. You still need 2 more goals if you're the team on the left. A break there, and those even out. That happens. 3-2. Beatrice Berner has the ball on her 5 bar. She still has both timeouts if she wants it. Nice bounce through the lane there. Again on the close-up here. And it's push side again. She's hit 3 of those. She's 3 for 5 in this match with all 3 going to that push side. She got blocked once on the push side. She got blocked once in the middle. And they're looking at match point. Excellent defense there by Nader. I want to go meet these 2 after this match. No matter what the result is, I'd like to ask them a few questions. Where are you from? How the hell are you so good and I've never seen you play? You know, all the basics. And again, if you're watching in the chat and you know these folks, I'm all eyes. I want to read everything you know about them. It's match point here, but I can't do a whole lot of looking up while I'm doing my thing. But I've just been so impressed by the performance of these folks on the left. Beatrice Berner and Pascal Nader. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And hell of a time for a timeout. You love to see that right there. They're on match point. Call a timeout. Take a swig of the old water, and they're just laughing and loosey-goosey. It doesn't feel that way on the other side of the table. This is their backs are against the wall, and this is not a fun time for Hannah and Todd, I would guess. I'm not speaking for them, obviously. I think they're from Switzerland. I do know. Oh, you know what? I heard about them. If this is who Tony told us about when we were talking with Tony yesterday. This might have been the players that he told us about. He puts that on goal. What a way that would have been to end it. Learn something new. Country code CH is Switzerland. How? And again, another block. Let's get the stats to Game 5. See what we're looking at in this game alone. Another shot on goal. I mean, 7 for 9 with 3 shots on goal. 1 of those scored. And Hannah, again, 1 for 7 in this Game 5. And she's doing everything. She's bobbing. She's doing the body fakes. And she's just trying to get him off the hole. And he ain't buying it, man. And she's passing fair. She's getting plenty of shots. 8 shots is enough. And he's going to try to just hammer this home from the back. That was pretty close to illegal. When you take your hand off the rod, we'll talk about it in a minute, but this is match point for Beatrice Berner. Another timeout. That's her second. When you take your hand off the rod, in doubles especially, and then you come back and shoot it, you have to wait a full second. And that was close enough to where I don't know if Nader had his hand. Nobody called it, so it doesn't matter. It's just me talking. It's me talking foosball. But that's close enough that I would at least say, hey, man, watch out. So they're out of timeouts there. It's 4-2. It's match point. It's on their 3-bar. The high five come back to the table. She knows what she needs to do. And you can look for the push side. Todd knows at this point. You have to know, and I guarantee he does, that the push side is what she's looking for. And if it's there, she's going to hit it, which she may be looking pull side instead. He's not trying to give her that push side. She still hits it. Wow. Wow.
Look at me say. She grabbed everything. Hit the corner on the push side about 6 times.
Ja, halt die Verschlussfunktion.